Alicia Duffy with Team Duffy. I get the question all the time, how is the market? So I am doing a wrap-up of 2018 with the forecast into 2019. So we are going to start first with the news. I'm going to flip over once we get through a couple of slides so that you can see some of the graphs. And we're going to start on the national level, and then I'll break it down into Collin County and Plano. So going into 2019, I can't believe it, going into 2019, we have gone through, I'm going to switch that over real quick to the projections here. So what we want to do is make sure everyone feels comfortable right now about the home prices, because they are not on the verge of depreciating. And so you can tell from the intro that there is a lot of different news out there, and it gets very confusing. So I don't want you to just believe us on that. I take a lot of information from Steve Harney. He is with KCM, and he gathers all the projections from the main places he go. This one right here actually has 105 different economists, market analysis, and real estate experts. And in the next graph, I'll show you the breakdown more of the chief economists at the Mortgage Bankers Association, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, and the National Association of Realtors, because all of their projecting going forward is that the prices are going to continue to appreciate. So they are showing here that, you know, out of all of them, 99% agree that prices are going to continue to appreciate through 2019. Only one person didn't think it was. Here's the breakdown. The important thing to note about this table is that all the numbers are in the green. So all the projections, even those going into 2022, show that appreciation will continue each year. So we're looking at, very simply, is that prices are going to continue to appreciate going forward. Now, let's flip over to the national level. This is CoreLogic's breakdown by state, so you can see across the board throughout the country that no one is showing depreciation. So that is a great thing for our country. Does that mean that everything is going to continue going like it has been for the last couple of years? No, no, no. And I'll tell you why. Because it's crazy, crazy, crazy. A few years ago, oh my gosh, it was 2016, a combination of the appreciation going up nationally, and we did too, and our market had not increased in going over 5-6 years, coupled with the fact that we had no inventory, hardly any, like a month worth of inventory, and then we had Toyota moving in, so it was insane. We had, you know, multiple offers within the same day that the property went on the market, and just way too many buyers coming in, especially into the, you know, Plano, Frisco, Tony, McKinney, that whole little area there was just flooded with buyers. And it was it was great for some sellers that made a really good profit, because we appreciated more during that time than we ever have. So that was good, but it did have to even out, and we were actually hoping for that, because we don't want it to increase and keep going like that and go into another housing bubble and all that. So so I'm glad that it has slowed down, and I'm going to show you on the next screen. So you're saying, okay, you're throwing this big huge graph that's from 2003, why? Okay, so I'm going to explain really quickly. So right in here is the time period that we had a lot of the foreclosures. Sorry, I have to look over the screen because it is pretty small. So that was in the 2005, 2008 period. And a lot of the nation saw a peak in the market. I guess I got to back up here. Sorry. The red is Allen, 75013. Way up there. Go Allen. And the green right here is all of Plano. And then we have Collin County. And then I have my little grid here in blue. The Plano, my 4 grid, I call it, is the area from 121 to 190, then 75 over to the tollway. So that little grid of like Plano ISD schools. So that's what all of these mean. But you can see that they pretty much kind of follow the same price point when they go up and down. You're going to have little small up and down throughout here just because it's over a span from 2003. And that's just fluctuation, in the market, from summer to winter. So that's not a big deal when you're looking at that. The big takeaway here is that in this time period here, I'm sorry, I've got to look over to see what the screen it looks like. But in this time period here, 2006 to 2011, a lot of the country, this is the time that the markets crashed and the recession, and a lot of the country had depreciation rates, 33% was the average, up to 55%. And here in this area, in the Plano, surrounding areas, we stayed pretty steady, throughout that entire period. I mean, we didn't depreciate a whole bunch, and we, didn't appreciate either. So we kind of needed to make up for it, and we did, starting in about 2013. And the rest of the nation was also seeing a market recovery, acceleration. We started, I think it was 2015, 2016 that Toyota moved in and brought a lot of buyers. And like I said before, we had a very low inventory, and interest rates were very low. So just combination of those three that helped us go all the way up. So now we are starting to see, this year, a little bit of last year, not much. It's kind of hard to notice something like this when you're in it. It kind of takes going back a few months, looking backwards to see what it's doing. But we are starting to kind of even out. So that's actually a good thing. I know it doesn't seem like it if you're a seller and you were expecting it to keep going up and up and up, and you went on the market, and it didn't happen. So that is disappointing, but it's good that our market is staying. So some people are saying, well, if the market is staying even, then why all of a sudden are we, for the first time in forever, having expired listings and properties that aren't selling? The main reason is the inventory has gone up. A lot of people that during this time period, and everybody was saying, oh, it's the best time to sell. You'll make a lot of money. Sell now. And everybody started thinking about it. And then okay. And they went on the market. So we have a lot of inventory. We have a little bit less buyers looking since Toyota's pretty much found their homes. So it's just going to take a little bit of leveling out. So on my next graph, it's just more of a close-up of the Plano area. And the reason we always use the median sales price is it just means that half the properties sold for less than that, and the other half sold for more than that. And it's a statistic that they use nationally. It's just one that can be more easily plotted out. So on this one, you can see that this is what I was talking about before with the up and down. That doesn't mean, oh, crazy market changed, all that. No, this is just up and down of the winter and summer months. So that's not a big deal. But this is the last 5 years in Plano. And you can see that we have definitely had a good appreciation. And it's going down right here because mostly we do have that inventory. And also around this period here, we've had interest rates that started kind of going a little bit up. They're still extremely, low, but they have been inching up. So that, like I said, coupled with inventory, started making the market slow down a little bit. So that means, again, for those sellers that listed thinking that they were going to be getting way up here on the graph and did not, and if they didn't change with the market and from the old market to our new market, then they went expired. So our expired listings have three choices. They are either going to go for sell by owner, which I do not suggest, wait until the spring, or they will blame it on their agent and list with a new agent. So we are going to have actually a whole nother video on what of those three things is going to be best in the market in this Plano area. But it'll be running long, so I am going to go ahead and skip to our conclusion because I am going to do also a video on interest rates and what that's going to mean to your affordability if you're renting, if you're a millennial and thinking about your first purchase. So if you want more information now, you can always go to my website. I have the e-guides for buying a home and selling your home. A lot of really good information in there, so definitely check that out. And I'm going to be back with the update about the interest rates, about your house expired. Now, what do you do? And obviously, our next market update will be in January. So we're going to see how everything panned out. Can't wait. Oh, can't forget, we have a trip giveaway for anyone who shares this video, or if it's on Facebook, gives it a thumbs up or comments, shares, gives a referral. By the way, did I say that I'm a realtor and that I've worked in the Plano area for 20 years? So if you are thinking about buying or selling a house, please call me. My number is 214-682-5009. TeamDuffy.com is my website. And for the trip, you can go get more information at the TeamDuffy.com/trip, or just share, and I will know who you are, and you will go in the raffle for the free trip. So I hope that this was a little bit enlightening to the fact that we are not going into a lot of, depreciating of prices of houses, and it's going to be a whole buyer's market again and all that. No, we're not. We're leveling out. So in the next video I do, I'm going to break it down more into luxury market, mid-market, so you can kind of see the difference of what that means in our Plano area. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm sorry it ran so long. The next one will not. Bye. Have a good day.